Hi guys, here we are again, out for a bit more detecting. I haven't been in this field before. It's not very big, probably, I don't know, probably 2 or 3 acres I suppose. It's just pasture. It's not farmed as such, it's privately owned by the house owner, just across over that way somewhere. I know they have sheep in here 2 or 3 times a year just to keep the level of the grass down. I've had a few signals, nothing, well, one button and some bits of junk really. I've just had a little find here. I was reading about 17ish thereabouts, but now it's out of the ground, it's reading a bit lower. I think it's a button, but I'll show you because it's quite unusual. So I've partially filled the hole back in again, but it's about 5 or 6 inches deep. And it's this little item here. Looks like the signs of a broken shank. Quite an odd design on it, I haven't seen one like this before. It's not silver, at least it failed the silver test anyway. I was hoping, so I'm not quite sure. I don't know how old that is, but it's fairly unusual, so yeah, it's quite a nice little find really. Okay, we had a little 15 blip down here, not very deep. 3 inches, 4 inches maybe. And it's this little thing here. I think it's probably copper. No idea what it is and no idea how old it is either. Sort of leaf shaped. I don't know if they were signs of iron or something. Any ideas? No, it's a puzzling one that. Right, we'll put it in the tin and off we go. Well, we have a coin at last. Not old unfortunately, just 10 pence. This is reading 14. I'm using field 2 again on the Equinox. It's only a few inches deep. Right. I suppose it's better than a button. Great stuff. Right, you can probably tell by the background that I've jumped fields. Excuse me. So I've come back to the field I was in, I think it was 2 videos ago, the ridge and furrow field. I've just dug a bit of tin up just a few feet behind me, just flat tin, and I've had another signal here reading 1617, still in field 2. I haven't picked it up yet, but I can see it. I think we've got something, so let's show you this one. Right, I've had a 1718 signal, a few inches deep. We've got another coin. Probably a halfpenny, I think, Britannia. Yep, that's Victoria, so hopefully get a date later on off that. Unless I end up giving it to the landowner, which I did last time, one of the nice coins. Great stuff. No idea what this is. Came in at 12. About 6 inches deep. Very thin. I'm guessing not very old. Again. No idea. I'm having a bit of fun here. There's some horses. Sorry for the wind noise, guys. I'm on the side of a hill. There's 4 horses. And the landowners told me that one of them can be a little bit iffy, so as they're going into a field, I'm moving out of it. So there's 3 or 4 paddocks here, and the gates are open to all of them, so I'm sort of field hopping, trying to get out of their way, because one of them, like I say, can be a bit, as I understand it, might just charge me, so and they're on the move again now. Right, I've just found something here, let's show you this. Sorry for the glare on the camera, I'm trying to shield it. So this was reading 15, 16, well up to 17 actually. And it's about probably 6 or 7 inches deep. And this is what we found. Nice lead item there. So I think that's either a weight or something or other. Looks like it might have a bit of age to it too. Yeah, that's not bad. probably would have been, I imagine there would have been a suspension hook on the top, but that's obviously departed. I think it's a weight anyway. You might know, guys. Great stuff. Right, I'm going to check on those horses again. Right, I've had a 15 signal here. About 4 or 5 inches deep. And it's in there. Don't know if it's a button or a token or a coin or something. Probably a button by my luck. No, it's not. It looks like it's copper anyway. Sorry about that. Now, I'm not going to put any water on this at the moment because there's a couple of guys on the forum mentioned not to put water on copper coins because it can adversely affect them. I don't know if it's right or not, but I'm going to play safe at the moment. Right, so, I don't know what that is. It's very thin. No signs of a shank, so I think it's possibly a coin or a token, but I'm not sure actually. Was there a shank there? Can't tell. Can't tell. I don't know, there might have been. I'm not sure. It might be a button after all, folks, I'm not sure. I'll give it a bit of clean up later on. Do you know, I don't know. Could be either at this stage. It looks like there is some sort of a circle there in the middle. So, yeah, it may be a button. Right, I'll check later on. I've got a nice 1920 signal here. Right, let's have a go. Well, that was a bit of a letdown. It's whatever that is. I've checked the signal, it's definitely that. It's reading 1920. Looks like iron. But I don't know what it is. I'm guessing not very old. Well, I'm still playing dodgems with the horses. Don't know if you can see in the video, they were in that field just across there. But now we're somewhere behind those bushes. Oops, there you go. They're in there somewhere, I think. And that's a field I was going to go into, but I saw them walk into there, so I thought I'd better not. There's a gate open just here, so they can get to me if they want to. I mean, they may be okay, it's just I'm a bit uncertain with horses, so I'm playing safe. I've had another signal. Initially reading 1920ish, and then when I flipped the sod over, it dropped. I can see it. It's just there. I haven't picked it. Can you see that? I haven't picked it up yet. It looks green. Great. It's not a button, I don't think. Now then, what have we got here? Right. Sorry guys. There you go. Like I said, I'm not going to put any water on this just in case. I'm going to let that dry out a minute. And I'll give it a light brushing. Yeah, there's a bust there. I don't know who it is at this stage. Can't tell. Right, back with you in a second. Right, don't know if you can make that out. I've got a little magnifying glass and I've just popped it over the lens on the phone. So you can see the Britannia on the back there. Sorry, it's not very clear. I can just make out 17 something or other. So take the lens or the cover off, that's normal. Right, I'm going to turn that up. Put the thing back in front again. There you go, can you see that? So it's one of the Georges, isn't it, I think. I'll check that out later on. Great stuff. .22, 23 signal here. Not too deep. Let's have a go at that. quite challenging detecting on the slope. You jump on your shovel to try and get into the ground and you end up falling off it. Right. Just there, the question is it rubbish or is it something decent? You never know, do you? Ah. Oh, sorry guys, there you go. Is it a button or a coin? I think it might be a button. Yeah, damn it. Oops. Yeah, there's a bit of a dimple in the middle there, so I think that's where the shank would have been. That's a shame. Looks like it would have had some decoration on that, possibly. Right, anyway, just a button. Okay. Okay, had another signal. It was mid to high 20s, and I flipped the top off and dropped down lower. It was just in the corner there, and here it is. I flipped it over. I haven't picked it up yet. Oh, I think it might be a coin. Yep, I think I can just. I was going to say I could make up Britannia, I thought I could, but right, I'll let that dry a bit and give it another brush and I'll bring you back in a second. Great stuff. Can't see much on that. Just turned it over. Ooh, turn it over. No. I think that's a bit of a mess, that one. Right, we never know, I might get something off it later on. Probably, I'm guessing a halfpenny, probably a Georgian. Okay. Right guys, I'm walking back to the car. Sorry if the video's a bit grainy, but it's getting dark. And I thought it was going to be a bullet, because I've had a few bullet casings from here. And it's not, it was a 15 up to 17 signal. And we got a little buckle. Excellent. Only a buckle of the day. Yeah, that's good, that's great. Right, I'm going to make my way back to the car, just over there, and we'll catch you in the roundup. Hi guys, right, let's show you the roundup, the bits and pieces, the bad stuff as well as the good stuff, and you can see what we've got. Right, so plenty of junk. No idea what that is. It's quite thin, probably not very old. Bits of tin, a hinge, lead, some sort of alloy, copper tubing, big old handle off something, shotties, bullet casings, wire, yeah, usual sort of stuff. Right, let's show you the other bits and pieces as well. Right guys, so as you can see we've got plenty of buttons in this lot. That fancy one there, shame it's not complete, there's no shank on that one. Yeah, unusual that, I haven't seen one quite like that before. Little tiny one there, and some other crusty ones. This thing, so I wasn't sure if it was a button or a coin, I'm still not sure, but I have a feeling it might be a farthing, but very worn. Sorry, there you go. 10 pence. George V halfpenny. Couldn't quite make out the date on that one. Early 1900s, I think. Victoria halfpenny, and that was 1862, I think, that one. Quite crusty. I haven't cleaned these. George II farthing. What was the date on that? 1754, I think, that one. And this one was the, excuse the noise, that's the dog in the crate. What are you doing, Holly? Right. Right, she's out now. Yeah, that was a Paley's halfpenny token from 1791. That's junk really, bit of iron, bit of lead, not sure what that is. Thought it might have been off a spindle whore, but I'm not sure. Some sort of rivet type thing, probably junk. Rather squashed thimble, 1700s buckle. Nice lead weight, missing a little bit off the top there. I think that would have had a couple of holes in it rather than a suspension loop. So probably from 1150 up to 1800s. Who knows with these things, could be any age really. And find of the day, that little item there, which turned out to be a Roman strap end from a military dominant uniform, whatever that means. So yeah, that's probably around about 300 to 400 AD. So that's a nice old item, that nice little artifact. Didn't have a clue what it was until I went on the forum. So the guys at metaldetectingforum.co.uk, really helpful there. So yeah, that's great, pleased with that. So that's the bits and pieces. Right guys, so there we go. Had a few nice bits and pieces there, so it was worth going out after all. Right, well thank you very much for watching. Thanks for subscribing if you have. Thanks for hitting the like button if you have, and also thanks for leaving any comments. Always great to read comments. Right, we'll catch you next time around. If I don't see you before, Merry Christmas to you all. Have a great one.